Good morning. Good morning. Bezel. 3911, good morning, man. TJB World 2377. Sub Journey. Sub Jack. Alright, chat. We got some news today. We got some news today. But yeah, chat. Big day today. Red folder day. Got what do you call it, core PPI, so not CPI. CPI was yesterday, and then today is core PPI, so it's still like some red folders. I don't know if it will be as volatile as yesterday. Hopefully it will be, but you know, it's I think it's a little lower tier of folder compared to CPI when it comes out in terms of volatility. So yeah, we'll be hit or miss, we'll see. And let's say we're still in the range, man. So I thought I would have hoped that yesterday's volume could, like, you know, start driving us like outside these ranges, but it looks like we're still kind of stuck inside the ranges for now, at least. But again, that's why like yesterday's news folder, right? Although it had like a 700, like how much was this move? Like 800 pip move, like, you know, still in the range after all, right? It wasn't enough to kind of change the dynamic of where we are on price right now, right? We're kind of just still stuck in these areas there. But yeah, you are you did close bullish yesterday on the daily, right, at support, right, like off of these ranges. So you're still holding that zone, but I wonder if we start pulling out the daily from the, if we start pulling out the daily from this perspective, I think this might still be holding, or this hasn't tapped yet, right? So if you draw from this perspective, from like overall, like in terms of, let me zoom out a little bit, but like this, right? I would say that's your range. So you, like, there's still that little gap there that has not been, not really a gap, but that little on the range hasn't filled the range completely yet, right? So if you're closing like weak bullish, but it's like, it's weak bullish, right? It's not a strong bullish candle. It's a bullish candle that's still holding these ranges right here. Is that going to be enough, or is that going to be, or could that lead us to the very next candle, which is today's candle, taking us down towards the bottom of the range? Because we're still holding that range, right? We're not like closing above, like yesterday's candle didn't close above or anything spectacular. It was just like a weak bullish candle holding the ranges, right? So it's still holding structure. At any given point, that could kind of just make its way down still, right? So is that a possibility? Is that what could happen today? We can finally come down to actually break these lows here and fill, because we've been looking at this for like almost 2-3 weeks now, almost, right? From most of July, since most of July, I would say, right? So is that a possibility, right? I mean, I don't know, we'll find out, right? But the weekly light candle fill is also still there as well. So you have this right here, the weekly light candle fills down towards these areas at 39.51. So yeah, like with the daily candle closing week bullish, like it's not, again, a bullish closure above the range to indicate that we're breaking structure or anything. So same analysis or same type of flow as we've had yesterday going on to today. It's like nothing really different. It didn't change anything, right? So that weekly light candle could still be a possibility today even, right? But yeah, yesterday did come down. I believe it came down and then it just pulled back, right, to close bullish on the daily. But today's candle, again, still holding those ranges. Is there a possibility that that holds to continue its way down, right? Or are we gonna fill the wick first, which is the bullish wick? And if you do, then I mean, we got buy ideas won't be until like, oh, then my camera's flickering. You know what that means? We won't have buy ideas until 4200 still, so it's still gonna be above those areas, right? But here, let me just mark up the overall ranges and then we'll see what we can do here. So we had this down here. I'll put that down there like 38.90. Yeah, I'll put this up here. Same daily ranges, likely will be used for a minute. Drop down. You want to split the ranges in half, right? Or at least find something to like kind of help identify like the exact range you're in. So we can probably put something around here at 42.36, and I think that's where we also have buy ideas too, right? So that's kind of far still, but that's like at that point that's like you breaking structure. Otherwise, like the longer you're kind of spending here right now, like the more rangier it gets, right? So yeah, like the only confirmation that I'll say you could have for buy ideas is like the fact that you're at support. But again, you're at support. If you follow the trend, that support could be broken because you can just continue down still, right? There's no requirement that you need to reject here on price. Price is not obligated to go there or anywhere. But like looking at the higher time from here, you're still overall coming down, right? So like that's why for me, buys are like 42 at least, or at least 4300, because I want to see some structure break. And where's that structure going to be, right? If you look at the previous ranges on gold here, even the 4 hour time frame too, you can see like these are like your minor lower highs. They're not too crazy, but they're still like some decent structure. I'll say overall, like you can probably put this as your previous high, these areas. So that's where I have my buy ideas at, because if you start to break above and then start to pull back and hold those ranges, then above 4200 or 4230, you can start coming up above into like 4300, and then that breaks this structure as well, right? That breaks the previous daily high structure as well. And if you break that, then again you're back into this range here, right? But until then, like any given point, you can easily still also, you can correct the move, right, from like what day is this? You can correct the move from like the July push, like these are like your July like week pushes down, right? You can see how weak they are because they're taking forever to come down. They're not like as consistent yet, at least. So you can easily like come up, break the highs like this, and that doesn't mean we're bullish yet. You can still, any given point, like still rip back into the range afterwards, right? Because that 42.36 zone is not actually broken, right, to continue down. So that's like what we're trying to figure out as well, because at the same time, you still haven't broken these lows down here, right? These are your daily lows on the daily. Going back to the daily, right? That was the initial low, and then after that low, he came up and then he pulled back, right? But you see how like it hasn't broken these lows yet. Any given point, this can still happen. I know you're coming down bearish here, right? So that's why like overall, you want to be like extra cautious with the right? You can see that like you're coming down bearish over here already, right? But you can see like the structure starts to shift a little bit here, because like you're starting to create a bit of structure. Like this could be a higher low, right? Like right now you're sitting here. We don't know yet. This could easily, you see how it's very near, it could easily just still come down. And if it does, then these are your lower highs, right, to continue down. But without breaking the lows officially, you can easily still come up like this to retest the highs, right? So that's why it's like you're ranging in these areas, and it's been a little slower for July, I'll say. But that's kind of where we're at in terms of where we're on the range, right? We're in this overall range here still, and you're kind of far from picking up just because you haven't gone that range fill yet. Once you get that range fill, you can actually range for real. Because I don't think this is a real range. I think there's potential that like you can move shortly, but then after that, like if you, let's say you do come down a fill and then you reject that support at 38.95, okay, cool. Now you got a range, right? Now you actually have an official range because you actually filled the bottom of the ranges here, and then it shows that you rejected, right? Because if it comes down and breaks the lows, like again, it can easily still rip down. But let's say it doesn't, rejects. Okay, now you have an official range between 43 or 42, yeah, 43.72 and like 38.95, right? And that's kind of where you're here. And obviously this is a massive range, right? So it's gonna be tradable, but like 4,500 pip range. So very tradable range, but in terms of understanding where you're on the chart, right? That's kind of where we are right now. So if it's been a little slow for you, like it's understandable because price doesn't really do much, right? For mostly of July, like the last time we had some consistent volume was maybe like end of June, right? And I think we had a decent end of June too when we had those drives. Then July came and then you kind of just, you know, price is still a sign where it wants to go, but you're officially halfway into the month now, right? Today is July 15th. So yeah, like I'll say overall zones, like you want to focus on 38.95, like 42.36. That's where like structure breaks for buy ideas. If you were to continue up above those ranges, right? Obviously from here to here is like still quite a bit, 1,700 pips, right? So I'll continue finding zones here on the small time frame, see what else I can look for. Because again, you can still come down, right? This doesn't, like, you can still come down to retest the lows, and if you do, then it'll be nice if we can get positions. I think the only thing that might be missing is I'll say liquidity or like volume, right? Because I can't really tell, like, I mean, you've had some decent pushes up after like pushes down, and again, those could be lower highs too. Like all of this could be lower highs. Like see how you came down, then you came back up, lower highs. Like you're still kind of holding the previous highs. So I want to see something that breaks that cycle, because I don't, from here, like, yeah, you can say like, oh yeah, if we follow the same cycle on price here, you could easily still come down, right? Yeah, that's a push down, and then this is your pullback, and then you've had a push down, and then you had a pullback, right? And then you had a push down, and then you had a pullback, right? So you can say like, oh yeah, it's following the same trend, let's just follow it, right? But that's how you get caught a lot of times. So you want to see something like significant happen, like something that like breaks this cycle. Like instead of like yellow pink yellow pink yellow pink, you want to see yellow yellow or something, or pink pink, right? You want to see something that like actually breaks this loop that we've been in since like beginning of July for volume, right? So the longer it sits, like it feels like here, you know, don't get me wrong, like we'll still be hunting. I think we were, right? But after Monday and then Tuesday, it's like, what's gonna happen now, right? That's why yesterday we had wick entry sells, like we had them here in these areas because we expected reaction, you know, in case price is gonna go up, you'll expect higher lows before going up. And if you come down, then you come down, right? So same thing today. I'll say like, I don't know about continuation of sells in this area, just because of like, again, you need something significant to happen to give you a sense of direction. Otherwise, like the only thing I can really get is maybe wick entry sells, right? And that's if I'm guessing more so of like 4140 zone. So we can probably find something in these areas here. And that was news yesterday too, right? That push. But if you look back at it, you know, without understanding there's news yesterday, it just looks like the same constant cycle. So nothing like really significant came from that CPI folder as well. But yeah, like 4139, pretty key zones. Like I think that would be a key area if you were to come straight up there without pulling back for wick entry sells. Small pullbacks are fine, but again, like this is like still like a 900 pip move that you gotta wait to drive up first, right? So we gotta just watch for hands up and watch price drive up like that. There could be more ideas. Again, I just need more info, right? But right now, with everything that we have, the volume that we have right now, like you want to see something significant happen. Even if like continuation of sales are nice, but I need top wicks or something. So I would need, like, if you could at least like break the previous highs, because these highs have been holding respectfully. If you break the highs, let's say we don't get wick entry sales, but you break the highs and then you start shifting back below, can I then get sales to come down towards the bottom of the range? Sure, right? So but then below like 4,020 down towards like 3,800 or 3,895 is great, but I'm gonna need this to happen, because then that will confirm that we're not going up, right? Anything could just, without breaking these lows officially, could be higher lows, right? Like remember, like the higher time frame, like going back to that, right? You're kind of like, you're in the situation where you have this, and then you have this, right? So this can easily go up, and if it does, then you see how this is holding this. This is still, that structure is still being held. So you need something to confirm that that's not gonna be a higher low to continue up, right? So that's why like a move up like this on a small time frame would be nice, because if it does go up and this is your higher low, but let's say it comes back down to the range now, starts shifting back to the pink zone, amazing, right? That's your sells now, because then now you actually have some type of confirmation. And you're probably wondering, well, Don, like why don't you just take buys in? Because I don't know if it's gonna go up from here, right? Again, I don't know. This could easily be lower highs here, and this could just take you down. It doesn't need to go up the same way it doesn't need to go down, right? So like 41.39, if you were to come up, would be nice for wick entry sells. For now, that could be adjusted later. Wait, what was that pink zone I had? I'm gonna use that pink zone. I don't like this zone. We'll leave it like that. Yeah, that's like your blue zone pretty much. Like that's like kind of where you want to look for ideas at. For now, let's see. But yeah, I'll say like below there, right? And then yeah, there could be more information that prints as we go. Like I don't know what's gonna happen from here, like based off of like, you know, how you're printing structure. Like there could even be maybe buys ahead of 4,200. Like maybe we don't gotta wait for 4,200 to take buys, right? I know it's like really far away, but like let's say you come down first and we can't get sold because you didn't get a top wick, right? And then next thing you know, it decides to rip back into the range. You can look for buys above like 41.39 instead, right? But then this needs to occur first. So it's just like it really depends on like what actually happens before approaching these zones, rather than just approaching the zones that you want to pay attention to. And I think that should be pretty straightforward. Again, weekly light candle fills there. It's just, you know, small tap and structure. That's all you really need. Like maybe not even a tap into 41.39, but like a break into this would be nice, right? Like if you can come up towards these areas like this, and then just start shifting back into the range, like that'll be enough, right? It's just a matter of structure now here, like small tap and structure, but really that'd be straight butter. But again, I have no idea where it's gonna go, especially like in this range, right? And yeah, you have news in about 5 minutes, so hopefully that picks up and pushes price. That's about it, chat. I think it's pretty straightforward, man. Pretty straightforward. Camera. Hey, this camera's bugging. You know what that means, man? Make sure you take per month. I don't know. This month we're taking like, I think like 8 trades on average per month. 7-8 trades on average. Like this month we're at 5. There's been a lot of break evens. I think last month we did like 12 trades. Decent. The month before 13. Month before 8. Month before like 8. Just depends. Month before 8. Month before 8. And 2025. 11. Like, and the last time we had 20 plus was maybe like October 11, September 14. Like August we had 16 last year, so who knows, maybe that'll pick up again. 18 trades, July, June, 15, May, like 16, just depends. This year we're taking like 66 trades. Well, we have 6-7 trades here. Next trade is gonna be 6-7 trades. What's up, Reggie? What's up, Enzo? What's up, Cookie? But yeah, around that. You only got one trade the whole month? Damn. Damn. But yeah, PPI chat. I think they're expecting red news or red folder, but they're expecting actual grid and forecast good for currency. They're expecting 0.3, so bad numbers. We'll see how it comes out. And we'll see how it reacts, right? I think that matters too. No buy sell stops up for this. Oh yeah, I gotta mark it up at MT5, right? So 43.72, 42.36. $42.36. 139. $40.17. $38.95. What's my zone again? 40.17. Basically this. So buy, I just did my analysis, man. So whatever like I just mentioned or broke down or said I'm waiting for is what I'm looking for. So I got nothing in between those ideas, at least for now, until we get more information after volume comes out, or hopefully volume comes out. Yesterday's news candle, right, was like 720. Let's see if we beat that today. Remember, wick entry sells if you get them 4140, right? So not bad. I mean, we pushed up like 100. We got like 900 pips to go. $900 pips to go. Let me delete the trades taken. That's from yesterday. Did I update the trades? The record. The record. $87.48. 7633.94. I see your question. Yeah, but I'm not from the US. I don't know how to answer that question. Do you recommend exchange that use that metro in the US? Yeah, I don't. I'm not in the US, so you gotta search up in the US what you can do. I'm pretty sure you gotta trade futures though, if you want to trade gold. Chat GPT it. Chat GPT. There's one firm that allows it, or ask Eddie. Eddie might know more than me. Buy or sell, buy or sell, buy or sell. What time did we get that trade yesterday? 8:30? 8:30, right? Asian was kind of asked last night too. I was on for like a little bit, just here and there, just see if we pick up. And it was like very short lived once again. So like Asian vol last for like maybe 2 minutes. Like around here, and that was it. How long we gotta go? 850 more pips. Okay, that's not too bad, chat. 850 more pips. I think the daily candle flipped just now. How did news come out? I'm guessing mixed or negative. Negative. Okay, so both came out bad. 0.2 over 0.3 and then negative 0.3 over 0. So price is going up so far. Very cool, very cool. Very cool, very cool. I think you have a leg candle up here, right? On the 4. This is your leg candle still. So yeah, if you could break into these areas here, right, I'm guessing you might get a reaction along these areas, and as you continue to break, like this is your wick fill on the 3rd minute, no, 4-hour leg candle right there. It's actually decent. I think it's 250. I don't got any buys there, but if you could fill that leg candle, you're like right there to our wick entry zone, up at 4140, right? We'll be 350 away. So I think after the blue zone, that's when you start breaking into this area, start breaking into this range. Nice. So 800 more pips now. Not bad. I think this is like 200 pip move on news. It's okay. A weekly lead all the way up there. I'm eyeing for a swing. You have a weekly bullish lead. Oh, this one? Yeah. Yeah, above 4,200. Yeah, that's where I got buys too. Above there is nice. I didn't realize I was a weekly lead candle. Price. Let me just remove this real quick on this. I don't think I need it on trader view. Oh wow, 750 more pips now to go, chat. So we literally gotta watch it go up another 750. Right, so hands in the air, you know, no FOMO. Pretty straightforward. But at least it's not 950 no more. Getting closer and closer. Leg candle body reactions along these areas, right? So we got something at 80. I think we had an 80 wick entry sell yesterday anyways, right? Right here. 81 zones, that's a leg candle body reaction. I really ever only took like a leg candle body reaction sell once. Or not a sell, but I think it was a leg candle body reaction. You know how we look for the wick fill of a leg candle? There was once we took a reaction. It didn't go too well. That was like our loss in June last year. Our first loss in this account. I haven't attempted again though. Maybe in the future when we get more like sample sizing on it. But yeah, there's a body reaction 8-1. But we took an entry there yesterday. The next price point is 41.40. And I think yesterday we even mentioned 41.42. Like if it wasn't 80, it was gonna be 40, right? I think anything between here could just be like clean range fill up. There's a gap fill still on Sunday that hasn't been filled as well. So if you start approaching these ranges, then you can assume that will get filled up. These areas. Bigger man. So 250 so far on this opening, on this news 10 minutes into it. Approaching some minor zones. I don't think these zones are too major. So if that breaks, then 81 is next, right? Then comes 40. 41.40. Daily candle flip. The 80 zone will be half of the wick fill. So remember, it's a weak bullish candle. If it breaks into 80, it doesn't need to come up right away, right? It could still reject the daily again. Because the daily didn't close like bullish above the ranges or anything significant. So the daily could still, at any given point, flip bearish, continue driving down still. But you do have a daily wick fill as well. So the midway point of that, or like maybe 3/4 into it, would be like 81. 81 would be the wick fill, half the wick fill. Yeah, it could be a lower high too. And if it is a lower high, chat, I think that'll be great too. I mean, I wanted to see if you could like break into these areas first and then come down. Then we'll look for sells below like 40.17. But I think if you tap 80, could it be doable still? I think so, but you're still gonna wait for maybe some structure below here. So it could be more so down here, like 39.87 if we were to get sells. It's not bad. It'll still be a lower high regardless, right? If it does come down, but then it just comes down to just more lower highs happening down here, and then once you get that structure, below here should be clean, 49.75 and below. And that'll still be like 980 pips. What's up, Nuts? Difference between package A and package B. I think package A is just the course, like just that's it. There's nothing like you get the channels as well, but it's just the course. And then package B is like the course plus devious 01. The devious 01 is the signals. So you get the signals, you get access to the live trading calls, the live Zoom calls. Well, it's on Discord, live Discord calls, and then yeah, all the signals for Asian and all of that. So you save like it's package B's. I think a lot of people get it based off of if they're already in devious 01, because it saves them a lot. Like you get the course plus you get like 2 years, right? I think 1 year for devious 01 is like 899. So yeah, you get 2 years plus the course for like 1498. They save quite a bit. That's the difference. You broke the highs, right? Just now? Oh. Nope. He said Twitch streams back. Maybe they'll be back soon. We'll see. Are spreads on Blueberry good? Yeah, I'll say so. I don't think there's like any. I don't really notice spreads as much. It depends on what you get. Like I think even like I'm on a standard account, so I have no commission on gold. If you're on a raw, you get commission, but you get tight spreads. But honestly, like I don't even know what's the spread. Like I think it goes from maybe like a 1.6 pips on a standard, like 1 pip to 1.6 to maybe 0.05 or 0. It says 0.01 to 0.05 or something like that on a raw. I just don't like looking at the commission, honestly. Like we started this 1K account on a commission account. I switched it over to a non-commission account just because I rather just not know how much they're taking from me. Like, you know, if the broker's gonna take a fee, like commission wise or spreads wise, I'd rather just beat spreads because I won't notice it. We close the trade off, you know, we account for it anyways, compared to like looking at the commission, like damn, they took that much from me. So I don't know, this is personal preference. I just like I don't mind spreads. But still, like, look how tight they are, right? Even here. Like, this is like 1.3 pips, right? So, yeah, it's not bad. On gold. Our sessions, no, I'm trading Asian. Asian's been kind of slow for July. Like, I've been looking at Asian, like, I wouldn't say every day this week. This week I looked at 2 days, 3 days. I think one of the days was just really dry. But yeah, if there's like a little bit of volume like there was yesterday, volume came out, I'm like, yeah guys, I'm looking for potential positions, but I need some pullbacks. We never got the pullback. We never got the push. The volume, it was very short-lived. So yeah, like I will be trading Asian. I'm sure there'll be more Asian sessions where it'll pick up and be consistent. But it's the same way I trade NY, you know, like if I come on for NY, if there's volume, great, we'll be in. If there's not, then we'll just sit around and wait for volume and wait for our plays to align. Same goes with Asian. But London, no. London, I gotta be sleeping. What's up, Wogman? You said bullish weekly candle closure. I didn't even take that as maybe. Back to back leg candles. Yeah, July's been like this, but honestly, like I always say, if you don't force anything and you're able to sit through July so far and not like, you know, take any forceful trades or get frustrated because we're not moving, you'll be good for when it does move. I don't know when that'll be, maybe August, September, October, whenever. But these can't force trades. You just cannot force them. What's up, Jimmy? Chat. France choked yesterday. I might be 5% Spanish, low key. Shit, bro. England and Argentina today. I might be like Englandese. I'm a little Englandese today. Let's see. Yo, you think it's gonna be a good game? I think it might be a good game. I honestly don't care who wins the World Cup anymore. Like all my teams are out. I had Netherlands and France. So Argentina. I mean, I'll root for all the teams, to be honest. I'm 5% all of them. Argentina, Spain or England. Honestly, like, Canada's kind of close to England in a way. You know, we share the same queen, so like I could go for England. Argentina, me and Messi are kind of close. And then Spain. Actually, I'm a little further to Spain. I don't got any connections to Spain, but all my teams are out. Canada's out. GG's. Messi was never gonna be sick. Yamin Yamal win another one, will be sick. England winning one would be like the first one in like 60 years. So it's like some Leaf stuff, honestly. But I prefer the Leafs winning, to be honest. But yeah, if England breaks that curse, shit, I'll be cool. So it's like, I don't know, Messi winning that would like sway that GOAT convo. Yamin Yamal winning that would be like one of the youngest. And then England winning that would be the first one in like 60 years. So I think like any of them winning would be cool. Mbappe would have been sick too, bruh. If Mbappe, damn. He only has 0. Yeah, bro. If he was in the last World Cup, he would have been 14. No, he's 18, right? The last one he would have been 14. I don't think he was. Yeah, so I don't know. I need them winning. What do you guys think is gonna win though? I can't believe there's a third place game. Lewis. Oh yeah, I forgot. Six minutes until for our closer, guys, or 5 minutes here. It looks like it's gonna close bullish, so still in the range though, but it will be a bullish closure within the range at least. Let's try to see if we can get something else. Nothing there though. Ain't nothing there. Between like 81 and 39, it's just gonna be like straight clean. So the only other thing is maybe like, you know, these areas, but it's very close to the highs already. So if you break the highs here, it's like high chance you're just gonna rip. So this is not worth the shot in between. But hey, chat, 600 or how far are we now? Maybe 700 pips away, 730. Closer. And the good thing now is that you do have like a top wick. So if this does flip bearish, or not flips, but it's gonna close in 3, so it won't flip. But if it does decide to come down again, then below here is a lot better now because there's a bit of structure here, right? Which could be a lower high again. But yeah, leg candle approaching, leg candle fill. If you're looking for buys, something to eye out for, or keep an eye out for. Body reactions at 81 potentially first. Same reaction zones we had yesterday. Play your unks type of music. Yesterday you did say during your trade it had come down before going up. This could be the push up after the pullback possibly. Yesterday you did say during your trade that it had come down before going up. Yeah, I think yesterday if we were looking for sells is below 40, right? So below here. But yeah, that didn't happen until Asian. But yeah, the pullback happened. So again, like this could literally still be higher lows here, right? Like you're kind of creating higher lows still. So it's not really, it could still continue up. Back up we go. So yeah, there's a leg candle here as well. It's decent. Yeah, the fires are that hot. 40 degrees. So flaxseed. I'm gonna fall asleep, man. Chat with me. I when this thing moves up like 800 pips. God damn. How much does it move down? Move down is 640. So yeah, we're closer to the move down than the move up by just a bit though. Not much. Here's a 4 opening though. Bottom wick first. So yeah, again, bullish candle closure in the range. Nothing significant. Nothing crazy. Nothing like it's just in this range, right? So still got that wick fill on the daily, right? After the wick fill is 81, 80. So let's see, can it approach 80? And then could you get some reactions and then a leg candle fill in the 4-hour time frame? And then after breaking that high, you're like right there, 330 pips away. Check the weekly candlestick. I think we're gonna finish this week bullish. Yeah, weekly could close leg candle. You still got, what day is it today? Wednesday? Got 2 days left. It can still flip, yeah. Daily can close the leg candle too. If it freezes where it is right now on the daily, it can be a leg candle closure. Doesn't Don have like a tier list for folders? Yeah, I do. Well, like it's really only like FOMC is like S tier folder. NFP, honestly, NFP I might put in A tier. It's not as consistent, but for what it is, I'll leave it in S. CPI is like an A tier. It's pretty high up there. You know, honestly, CPI might be better than NFP. I'll put NFP and CPI in A, and the rest is just below. But the best folder, I'll say, the most often to move is like FOMC. Interest rate numbers on a Wednesday at 2 p.m. You know, that's red, like S tier. Today's PPI, I'll put it that in like, I think PPI or PPI though. I don't know, like B tier. You know what's in A tier as well? Crude oil inventory. This is an underrated folder. Forex factor. Your pencil. What is that? Forex factory? Oh no, that's just a legend. We have 183,000, 97,000 traders online now. Let's see how far away. 100 pips from 80. Can it be? Can it be? Weekly flips at 99. So the leg candle fill basically. Not bad. 650 away now, chat. Not bad. We're 1100 away at one point today. It's not bad though. This move up, no pullbacks. 360. It's not bad. There's a little slowdown period, but nothing crazy for a pullback. Let's see. Maybe there could be something sooner. I just don't know where, because this breaks highs immediately. 112. $150. Last time reacted. This is coming from down here, but this also pulled back here. So you might not need too. If you didn't pull back yet, it comes straight up. Could it be a 12? Because last time it still reacted even though you got a pullback, and this time there's no pullback so far. This one just shot straight up. A little bit of structure, but this is also the second half of the move, because the first half was this. And you can say the same thing for this too. You got the pullback, the re-breaks your rip, and then you didn't get a reaction on that push until got like 41.40. That's what I mean by clean traffic. Above there is just clean. We'll leave 40 for now. 41.39. We'll leave that for now. But see, approaching 80 here, chat. You're close. And 80 is just a leg candle body reaction, right? So if you're looking for buys, like there's a leg candle here, which could help the idea. I don't have any buys here, so I'm gonna have to just, watch this drive up to fill that leg candle. But after that leg candle fill, it's like right there, 300 away. Leg candle fill in total was like maybe 200 pips. So that helps it quite a bit. Wait, Fed Chairman Walsh testifies today again. Oh, interest is for the cat. I don't even know. 2.25. Damn. Is that a reaction? Came near. The reaction is at 77. Came to like 74. I'd say, chat, even if it doesn't come up to fill the wicks, right? If below like 40, 17, 4,000, I would say really. But below there, we're looking for sells anyways. So just up the price on what it wants to do here. If it wants to rip up, let it rip up. If it wants to drive down, let it drive down. And then again, we're going to probably start hunting in these areas, right? If it does drop below 4,000, so it's still 600 pips down. But yeah, as well, like you didn't really get much pullbacks on the way up too, right? But I just didn't want to have a 80 zone because one, it's a leg candle there, so you can get a reaction, and two, it's yeah, that's it. There was already a reaction there from yesterday. So we had at 139. But this is the first higher low though, right? First impactful one, let's see. What's the goal move? I'm not too sure. I just got like this entire range for me is like a non-tradable range, so I'm just waiting for movement. It just happened to be today like 1,000 pips away from our entries for wick entry sells, and then for sells continuation, it's maybe 600 pips away. So it's gonna be a little bit of waiting to start the day off. But NYC's in about 18 minutes here, so maybe that can bring in some more volume. That'll speed us up. But yeah, I don't got much information between these areas. Gap fill, I think people are talking about gap fills from Sunday. I see gap fills as like, it's not forceful. Like it shouldn't be like, it's not a guarantee all the time. So like I just see a gap fill as like any other candle. Like when you draw the candles in the gap, it's just a straight candle, right? That's what that really is. So like when it comes to gap fills or anything, like we wait for the same type of structure to form going up and liquidity and all of that before entering anyways. So it doesn't matter if it's a gap fill or like a wick fill. It's like we're always gonna be waiting for the same like confluences, right? So yeah, it's just a candle there. But I'll say like, yeah, if you start breaking above what was it, 4108, right after the leg count on the 4, you approach that gap fill area, which could get filled. But you got to be able to break through here first, right? You got to be able to break through here and then hold above there, and then next up is 4140. So yeah, anything in between is like, that's the gap fill. But sometimes there's gaps that haven't been filled like since forever as well, right? So like don't always try to get in off of just that one single confluence, because it's never really enough. But that's why for leg candles, right, we wait for the formation to form instead of just entering it blindly off a leg candle. Like, oh look, leg candle, let's take a buy. No, like we need that structure to actually print on a smaller time frame. So same thing goes for a gap fill. You can use that as like a confluence, right? I was gonna say confluence, but then you still need to wait for that structure to print to actually get there. Because then it's like me saying, oh yeah, let's take a sell here. Is that resistance? It's like one confluence, bro. The fact that you're at resistance, right? It's not always enough. But yeah, I still think we got a lot today. Like I know we had a move here for news, right? PPI came out and it pushed price up. But it's so early in the day. This could, who knows, be the first set of volume today. Daily candle filled half of the wick, so it can literally flip at any given point. And I'm only saying that not because I know, because I don't know, but the daily candle close, looking at just structure, you know, go off of just like what you see here, you're still holding these ranges. That candle close bullish yesterday, but it doesn't mean anything if you're still holding the ranges. So at any given point, this can still flip because you're still below the range. You're still in this area. So it can still flip and come down. And even if it does come down, you're still in the range. It's nothing significant as well, right? Even if you were to drop like 1,000 pips here, it's still gonna be in the range. So like there's nothing really trending at the moment, right? Because you've been like ranging overall in this area. So if it were to flip and re-break the lows today, then this could just be a lower high and this can make its way down. All right, but that is a possibility still. So things to look out for is like, for instance, if you were to come down, is this move coming down gonna be faster than this move up? Like this move up was decent, it was pretty good, but if this move coming down is a 1-2 pop and it corrects it a lot faster, as you start breaking into this range here, you can start looking for ideas, start hunting. Because like, why did it move up then, right? Like that's what I asked myself, like, why did it go up? If it goes up, it should go up. But then all of a sudden it shifts back into the range here. You gotta wait for small time from confluences, so lower highs to print, and then below like 4017, you're good. Because then what was the point of the move up? If it comes back into the ranges and creates structure, that point of the move up was just liquidity, right? As of right now, we don't know if that's liquidity or not, because again, this is the first pullback and it easily still rip up, right? It can still go up towards like that 4140 zone. So that's why like anything in here right now is like just waiting. Because once you confirm these ideas in the range, should be set. Please apply. You are taking a live trade or not? Yeah, I take all my trades live here. It's just we're waiting right now. You know, a little bit of waiting today. A bit more today than the most waiting we've had this week is today, I'll say, just because of where we are in the ranges. But yeah, we took a trade yesterday. We took a trade last Thursday. We take like 3 trades a week on average for NY session between Monday to Friday. But it just depends on what price throws at us, right? So yeah, the only thing I'm waiting, right, to get a trade. It's just really far right now. But that's part of it. You gotta wait. The execution is like maybe 1% of trading, and the rest is just not 99% waiting. So, you know, you gotta kind of get used to waiting. How much would you make end of the year when you compound? I don't know. Like, how much would I make end of the year in general? I don't know if I compound. Like, I just trade, and then it compounds on its own, right? But it's not like the same percentage we're making per trade. So it really depends. Like last year in this account we did 220%, right? This year we're at 27%. Last year we were using a fixed lot, so we use the same lot size per trade. Stops were much smaller. This year stops are much bigger, so lots are much smaller as well, right? But we're like sitting at 27 for the year. We're sitting 310 overall, so that could pick up. Last month we did 8%, the month before 9, right? So we're in that average. The month before did 5. This month we're at 1%. So I don't know, it's not as like every month's like roughly the same. Who knows, could get a banger month, right? Could get another March. But yeah, I don't know if I try to compound. I think it's more of like just trade it as I usually would, and then numbers just kind of add up. I think this year though, if you look at it, we're halfway into the year, we're up 27%. So maybe like you could say 60%, 55, 60% for the year this year, if we end off where it is or at the same pace. But I try not to force those numbers, right? Just because I had a 220% last year doesn't mean like this year I'm gonna try to beat that or like level up to that. If I don't level up to that, I'm a failure. Like, nah, like just trade it as you normally would, right? Just the same way I approach the charts is the same way the account I approach my account too, right? It's like if I have these ideas today, there's volume, great, we'll get these positions if we get to those price points. If not, then you know we can't just chill out. So then it's just whatever the market, like the market gives me the percentages. I don't know, I don't ask for how much it'll give or take for me. I just manage my positions, and it's just up to the markets on what it wants to give. So if the year, you know, if we finish off the rest of the year banger, great. That'd be nice. If we pick up in volume this year, nice, right? Because it's been a little slower to start the year. But if we could pick up in volume, shit, I'm all for it. But then that's just market cycles, right? Like a lot of traders this year were struggling because last year, I'd say it was more volatile, and this year it's a little more rangy, a little trickier to read price, you know. And then what a lot of traders do is they start forcing trades, and then they start blowing their accounts. And then when things actually do pick up, they no longer have an account to trade that with now. It's like they use all the ammo in like ranges. So when it does break out, you don't got much left to trade. You're not executing at your full potential. So that's market cycles for you, right? Drive range liquidity. So you can't get the same trades throughout the year entirely because the year changes, right? So yeah, it could start off slow this year, and volatility could pick up for the rest of the year. It could pick up, right? Could be double the speed. Yeah, I don't try to like force that. That's the reason I don't try to force the percentages. That's just what the market throws. slowly dropping though. 86,000 viewers or online. Viewers online. 9:30 here, chat. NYC in 8 minutes. So let's see. This thing's still pulling back right now. I think it's about to re-break the lows they made earlier. So still a little early, but first lower high. First one. How much was this rejection? This was 120. Not bad. And daily flips around here, right? So around 40, 49. You could get a bottom wick here. No bottom wick zone right here. Diamonds are forever. Diamonds are forever, forever. Blood diamonds. That's what we're watching right now. But like we're watching like maybe 30 minutes a day. Like in a movie, I gotta watch, like if there's a movie, it takes me like three days, maybe 4. So I gotta split them up. Just have a girlfriend? Yeah, she's in my chat. G8969. Oh, here we go. Could we tap into the no bottom wick zone? This could still be a body reaction too, chat. On the 4, the leg candle could also still be a leg candle body reaction, but you know, you don't really focus on the leg candle until you actually come back up, right, and break the highs again and pull back and hold, and that's when you actually start locking those ideas, because that's when you have enough structure. I'd say could still flip too. Daily flips at 50, 54 or 50. Oh, tap the blue zone. I mean, it was really nothing there, chat. It was just a no bottom wick zone, but he did break the lows. You know what I mean? Let's see. Will it make more structure to continue down? Daily flip is 50 pips away once again. And there, daily flip. You flipped up for the session, now you're flipping back down. So again, you want to also pay attention, chat, to like the way it comes down, right? Like, will this move coming down be more strong than move up? So you can tell by the amount of counts it takes to come down versus coming up. I think so far it's pretty equivalent. This one will correct this entire range pretty quick, but now it comes down to the rest of the move, right? If it does correct, will it be sharper of a drop? You have a little bit of structure, still a little early, but you know, some lower highs here. Like 400 pips away though, that's not bad. It's not too far from the continuation sells down below 17 if we get it. Not bad, not bad. Oh, I'll be right back in a minute. 1 second. Diamonds are forever. Why is it so late? How much target and stop loss should I keep with $1,000 capital, monthly or daily? Yo, can you stop spamming, bro? You some mods will ban you. I'm just warning you. Someone might ban you, bro. Yeah, I see it. I see your message. Oh damn, I try to warn you, bro. But I'll say like no targets, bro. No targets. You never want to have targets in trading, because all that does is really apply some like unnecessary pressure on yourself to make a certain amount of money by a certain amount of date. So if that's what your goal is, your focus is, you're not really trading anymore. You're just more so of like hoping to make money, and you don't want to like, you know, hope to make money in trading. You want to actually like be trading. Trading is sometimes waiting out weeks or days or hours for a setup, based on like if you're a scalper, day trader, whatever it is, right? But that's part of the game. But if you need to make a certain amount, because, you know, let's say your goal is 5% a month, and you're down to like the third week and the market didn't give you enough opportunities, right? You're all of a sudden gonna go from you're gonna start forcing trades. So you just want to take what the market gives you, but it's not always gonna give you like opportunities every single day. And a lot of times, like new traders or just traders in general, what they'll do is they'll start, you know, taking setups when there's nothing pre-printed, or at least up to their standards. They start lowering their standards and start taking trades that are like just not on par with their playbook. And then that's when you start forcing trades. So yeah, no, I don't have any goals. Like, it's just whatever the market gives me that year, man. It's gonna be different every year, every month, every quarter. But what you want to be consistent in is like, you know, showing up, drawing your levels, like be consistent in your strategy, but not, you know, forcing trades just so you can get a certain percentage. But marking up trades, you know, once you execute trades, like make sure you're consistent in finding the levels for BEs, the levels for trail stops, the level your stop loss strategy. Make sure it's consistent every trade. It's not based off of a feeling like, oh, I need to make 4%, so let me reduce my stop loss just so I can risk more. It's like, that's just more so emotional thinking, right? Forceful thinking. You want to be more like open to that in trading. This is a bit too much. I'll lower it a little bit. Better? But yeah, you don't want to force. You block this out. There's this tap and nose hot wick zone right here. And then your next support becomes here. You break below, could still be a fake out. Wick. Not bad. 140 pip range. Let's see. NYSE opened up 6 minutes ago. I didn't even notice. But yeah, opened up and first thing it did was come up. So it's slowly coming up here. That's it. If you can re-break into 80. Into 80s. 15 left. True. I wonder when it will break out this range really though. What's the wick sell ideas? It's 41.39. So I was trying to look for like something like below there, but there was nothing. I think above 40.80 is like clean traffic all the way through. There's like some zones at like 19 zones, like near that gap from Sunday, or the after the leg candle fill right here, but it's like right after the leg candle fill. So this might just be clean traffic all the way through above 80. So yeah, 41.39 is my wick entry sell. I've learned quite a bit showing up when I can. Do you ever move these white lines? Yeah, like throughout the session I'll move it or add based on if we get more information. Like these zones were marked up earlier, and ever since then, this morning there hasn't been much. Like there's been a drive, right, but it's still within it. So I wouldn't move it just like that. But like let's say it starts to actually break zones and moves like outside and inside the ranges. That's when I'll start adding zones or adjusting them or deleting them. Because if you just come up like this and you come back down, like this isn't really going to be a zone anymore because this is your overall range now. So I'll just delete the entire thing. But yeah, throughout the session, if we get more information, I would do that. You got an ad. Who cute to add? Nah, but yeah, like I would move it, delete it, or adjust it based on if you get more information. So if let's say price right now just ends up going up like this and then shifting back into the range, like I'll just delete the zone, because then this is your entire range in general. Then this won't be as impactful of an area, so there's no need to have it there. But some zones are not every line is also for positions too, right? Like 80 is not really for a position. It's more so just the leg candle body reaction on the 4. So if that breaks above, then I could assume it's gonna come up towards 41.39, and then 41.39 is my wick entry sell. But yeah, like throughout the session, if we get more, I would adjust. Like I think the only zone I have today where it's like a positional zone is 39, which is the wick entry sells, or below 4006, which is continuation sells below. I think these ones are just like, this is next target zone if you were getting. So we'll look for 4006 down to 3983. 80 is just a 4 leg kind of body reaction zone. I think 4200 is where the daily structure breaks. So above there, I'm looking for buys finally, but quite far still. 4372 is like just the top of this range. 4895 is the bottom of that range. This is your overall range. So each zone has like a different like meaning or a different reason as to why it's there, but they're not all like positional levels. So you're saying not all of them are where you take a trade? No, I just yeah, there's different descriptions for each one. 40, like, yeah, I just mentioned what each one meant. But the only two zones I have today of all these levels for positions is like 4139, as of right now at least. 4139 and 4006. 4006 continuation cells and 4139 wick entry cells, and the rest is just, again, different reasonings, right? This is here just for a 4 leg candle body reaction, so I'll understand like this could be a slow area. Once you break above, you can fill that leg candle right here on the 4, and then that could take you up towards 4139. Like, there's different reasons. This one up here is like top of the weekly zones or daily zones. This is bottom of the daily zones. This is the overall range we're in, right? In between there's more zones, so not all of them are like useful at the moment. 24-hour stream, March. I think March we had a 30-hour trade in March 20th. So we went into a lot of drawdown that day. We came out good, but I think it was around here. I think it was somewhere here. We took a position. I think it was this one. Yeah, I think it was this one. Right there. I think we went to another one too recently, right, chat? But it wasn't. I think it was only 12 hours or something. It wasn't that bad. It was like 13 hours. 30 hours. How many pineapples took? None. Just one position. I don't take, like, I take pineapples still, but I don't just like, I take them when it's valid. Like, what does that mean? I take them when our first position is screwed. Like, our first position, we made like a lot of structure to a point where the first position, you can't come down towards that area, but you can come down for a pullback that could be a higher low still. That'll take us to like a break even or a little bit in profit, right? That's when I'll start marking up pineapples. That trade we were like 2,000 pips in drawdown though, but still no pineapples. We came close, I think. We had like a wick entry sell near somewhere up here, and our stops are like right here, I'm pretty sure, that day. So it came near our stops too, but yeah, it just ended up rejecting. There's a leg count there, luckily, or nicely. But yeah, there's none. Because that first position was still valid, right? You're still overall bearish that day. And that was the first pullback, so there's no need to add a pineapple. I haven't had any pineapples this year. My last pineapple, I think, was... Let's see, when was my last pineapple? September 23rd, 2025. That was the last one. I think last year we had a little bit of pineapples. 2025, we had 16 pineapples. But this year, 0. Let's see. Maybe tail be a pineapple. If we get DD. If we get some drawdown. Nice, re-breaking the lows there, so could this be? Spreads are not bad. Okay. It's okay. Daily's about to flip here once again. W positive green, man. I was like, what's that sound? Third 9 mission volume surely crude oil inventories. Let's see. Maybe. Might be the most volatile floor of the day. Because that PPI photo came out, but it wasn't like it was a little aftermath. Maybe 10 a.m. in 9 minutes. No, I lied. Yeah, 39 minutes. In 10 minutes, you had Fed Chairman Wash testifies. Did I do a breakdown video? No, but I think we had a segment on Twitch. I did a story time on Twitch. Or we were on Twitch. W story time. How long did it take you to get your first 100K? My first 100K? I don't know. I think 20 plus years. 21 years. Yeah, I think around 21 years. Vamos. Chat, what does vamos mean? It means like let's go or hi, hello. What does vamos mean? Vamos. In trading, yeah, 20, 21 years, because trading isn't just like the day I started. Trading was like when I was born, right? Like, you know, had to go through those years before you get to a point where you can actually trade, and then once you like you build skill sets beforehand, right? So then after, it's just kind of add-ons. There's some people that start at like 40 and they have all the discipline down already because, you know, they might have already gone through some shit or had something or had a business prior, so they're just more disciplined compared to those who are like fresh in the game at 18. But yeah, some people, not everyone goes to the same, like that same rabbit hole, that same cycle. Bro, what was the first trade you did that made you think, yeah, this is for life? My first demo trade, my first ever trade ever on a demo ever. I didn't know what I was doing. I just kind of had opened up a demo account. Like, this is how I got into it. Without that trade, without me winning that trade, I wouldn't be here. If I didn't win my first demo trade ever, I wouldn't be here. I swear I wouldn't be here. But it was SPX 500, I think, or one of those pairs. And then I did like a 30 lot, or I did 30. I don't know what it was. I don't know what I was trading, what broker. I don't know, but I just thought 30K on my way to college. And then on my way to school. And I was like, damn. I knew it wasn't real because it was demo, but I'm like, damn. I just made this on the way to school. I was like 19 or 18. I was 18. And I was like, damn. All right, cool. So then I just got hooked from that day on. But if it wasn't for that trade, if I didn't see greens, I would have closed the app, deleted it, and called it a day. So that's all I needed. What did you used to call see me open? The Comex open, that's 8:20. 8:20 a.m. East, Comex open. Commodity exchange opening. Yeah, gold open up and you can move. But yeah, if it wasn't for that trade, I would have deleted the app. Never have seen, it wasn't even MT5. It was like some other broker, but it never would have seen MT5 or anything else. Who knows? Maybe I would have just been a designer. Who knows? Saving stuff and market opens change. Yeah, check out forex factory. It kind of tells you whenever there's like daylight savings. But yeah, whatever New York time is the market opening. So if we're using an hour ahead, if New York's time is 8 a.m., it's gonna be 8 a.m. all the time for them. That's their opening for New York. So whether you're 1 hour ahead or one hour behind, or plus an hour or negative an hour from daylight savings, that time remains the same for them. So it's cool. Just search up like New York time compared to your time, wherever you are. I think the next daylight savings is in like March, right? Or September or something like that. October, Q4. I think, wait, trading Asian at this point? Yeah, I'm trading Asian. We just haven't had trades. I started trading Asian on July 1st. I've been saying it all last year. Like, I'm gonna trade Asian Q3 next year, likely. And then Q3 came, but there just hasn't been much so far. Like, we had one kind of Asian session trade, not really Asian session. But I've been peeping it. Yeah, I was peeping it for a couple months now, but it's been short-lived in July so far. It's been London has been moving, so I'm obviously sleeping for that, right? No streams for Asian. Nah, no streams. It'll be in Divas 01. Even like late NY session too. But yeah, slowly. But no streams for it now. The streams are just New York. New York. We got an hour here today, though, chat. Let's see. New York. Same. New Year's not giving you anything in New York in a month. I think someone else said that too. Yeah, it's normal. Not your fault. It's just the market doesn't always print that volatility, right? So if you could, like, you know, spare a month or just, you know, show up and do your thing still, but if you don't happen to get anything, you don't get anything. Eventually when things do move, at least you have capital. Instead of just like, oh shit, let me just force a trade. Try to prove yourself right or something. Right? You don't need to do that. You're good. One trade this month is good. I mean, I've only had 5, but really realistically, like 5 trades, a bunch of BEs, like we did 58 pips so far. So it's like, that could be one trade. Or we can have one trade that's a 100 pip banger, you know? But the thing is, if we just start to just force trades, when we do get the 100 pip banger, we'll be in negatives if we were just forcing trades. But yeah, a bunch of BEs and not runners. Yeah, it's been ranging. Pips wise is moving though. That's the thing. Pips wise, like this is still 400 pips today. You know, we'll be dying for 400 pips like back in the day. But in terms of like looking at the candles in itself, like it's barely made a dent. Pip session. All right, 1 a.m. 10 a.m. your chat. You have 1 hour close bearish, weak bearish, so it's still holding these ranges. So any given point, this can still rip up, right? But that is a weak bearish candle. So let's see, can you fill this wick? Or even can you break below here, or are you gonna hold and continue driving? Forward count can still flip too. Daily candle did not flip there, did it? No, came close. Did not flip. Slow day. What's the idea? Is just wick entry sells. 41.39 wick entry sells and a continuation sells below 4,006. That's about it for now. I'm just waiting for volume and more movement, but nothing's really been happening. Just a drive up today for PPI and then pull back and ranging right now for a bit. This is the blue range. Okay, crude oil inventory is in about 30 minutes though, so maybe I'll bring some. I think Kevin Walsh testifies right now. So we'll see what he does. Testifies why? I got no idea. He did the same thing yesterday too. Did we move yesterday when he did it though? Yesterday, 10 a.m. Did it move at 10 yesterday? Not really. I'm just kind of ranged. Who knows? Maybe that's it for today. Maybe this is this move. I think we'll be here for at least 11 chat. We'll try 11 today. 1 hour the next 1 hour opening. We'll see where things are at, and then the session stop loss and go from there. Still got some time. Looking for stubs below 417. Yeah, below like 4,006. Yeah, below 17 of these areas. Unless you come up, break the highs, and you start shifting back into the range, then I can look for ideas like coming down from here instead. So yeah, that could be something too, but we need to break the highs first. Pretty sleepy session though. Can you recommend a CFD pair to trade out in gold? I can't recommend because I only trade gold. I don't know. If I were to trade a different pair right now, like it would just be pairs that I have like experience in. So maybe like GJ, or I'll trade US30, or maybe NYSE, nitrous. But not like that's about it. I don't really. Just gold for me. Nas moves like gold, kind of, in a way. I've been peeping it every now and then. It's not bad. Let's check it out today. Nas 100. Yeah, so just ranging just like gold. Damn, this pair is ranging too. US30, I used to trade a lot too. This is my first pair, so I start off with crack basically, and slowly remove some volatility as I drop pairs. I think this is my first demo trade. This pair, SPS 500. Damn. All-time highs. GJ, yeah, GJ is cool too. GJ is not bad. Like, obviously, your stop's gonna be much smaller too because of the structure. Like looking at GJ, for instance, like if you were to use I'd say this stop right here, this is gonna be like 500 pips. Like, we use 500 pip stop loss, bro. That's like we could use a 0.14 lot max lot size in this account. So yeah, it fixed a lot, really. And that's what gold used to be too, like for us, like this much stops. Not even, like I think today's price action on gold, we might even have like, actually not, we'll probably have something like this, yeah. But this on gold is like probably like 2,000, you know? So yeah, GJ, smaller in terms of pips range movement, but you can use bigger lot size, so it equals out to be the same. Price action wise, not bad. I think GJ was just like, it ranges, and then once it breaks out, it just breaks out for a while before it starts ranging again. I feel like there's only 2 market cycles for GJ. It's just drive and range. There's no liquidity. But yeah, GJ's not bad. Used to be my peer. It was just gold and GJ at one point. There you go. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Yeah, like this is 100 pips on the weekly. Or no, this is 1,000 pips, right? This is, yeah, that's 1,000 pips. Right? Chat, 1,000 pips? I fried. How do I measure pips on GJ again? So 218,192, 229. For every dollar, 100 pips. No, this is 1,000 pips. Yeah, this is 1,000 pips on the weekly. And then the ranges that we're in, this area right here, you know, 130 pip range, 140 pip range. Yeah, GG's not bad. GG's cool too. I used to also trade no, that's it. Just GJ, US30, and gold. What's BTC at? Something like that. That's where we are right now. I just had to mark this up because I lost my drawings. Would you ever buy BTC? No, I'm not in any crypto. I don't have much information on it. I think at one point I had a bit of XRP. Just a little bit, but that was it. For that long time ago. That's about it though. I don't really trade crypto like that. I have a buy limit at 50k and 30. Yeah, 50k down here. And 30k down there. What's happening here? Movement? Nope. Damn. Reason a ranger? 15 more minutes. We'll see. You like the music? Hey, where is it? Is Pencil still here? Pencil often quiet today. His ear fucked him up, huh? Oh man, I'm yawning today. We got still 86,000 traders online today. How? Why? And usually at this time, this volatility will be up. 40, 45. What's the week? Is Bitcoin, how do you measure Bitcoin? Like, do you go by points, pips? Or do you go by dollar? Like, don't you just go by dollar on Bitcoin? Or how does that work? how many points is a dollar on Bitcoin? The most users, nyse, I think the most I seen was like 290 to 300. It was for like FOMC usually, or NFP maybe, but this is quite a bit for today or right now. Usually it drops around this time. There's no more folders for a day too. Could this be? Maybe. Maybe. Let's see. I had this zone marked up down here next, chat. Nothing that I'm taking there, but just more of like your next support zone. If you were to re-break these lows, something you could react at, but nothing crazy. I mean, not bad. We're like 500 pips away. When the wick entry sells, we're now back to 840. Sell 239. I gotta sell the bottom. It's not at the bottom yet, man. I gotta wait a little longer. Too high up right now, you know? Mm. 1 hour flippity flip. BTC pip count similar to US30? Not too sure. Chat, how do you measure BTC? Hold on, chat. Back in 30 seconds. See ya, bruv. You leaving right now, though? Right when we're about to get some. Yo, Cookie, check outside. Fucking crazy. For real, the world's ending. Chat, how many trades y'all take this week? -1. It feels like negative something trades this week for sure. $13. Fuck, bro. Going crazy. I think we have news coming out right now, so we'll see how this really comes out for 10:30. But yeah, I don't know. It's pretty dry, pretty dead right now. We'll see how this comes out. Maybe we won't even make it till not till 11. Maybe we'll be here only until 10:45. We'll see. But yeah, we'll see. Worst case, we can always take it and use the one later on if we do trade the late NY, but it's pretty dry right now. Nothing much I can really do or hunt for or take. It's just lack of volume. Let's see. Crude oil inventories. How did it come out? Come on, gold. This is yellow folders. Crude oil inventories. Could it be? Actual less is good for currency, so it came out good for the currency. Let's see what gold does for crude oil inventories out of all folders. Will this be the most volatile thing today? You never know, man. Crude oil inventories is a hitter. It's really like one of those really low-key folders. Every now and then you might get some volume off of that folder, especially if the day has barely moved. Last for the day usually too. Open to meet the drop out this 5-1. I might fall asleep, man. I'm not gonna lie. If I have that up plus the markets right now, fall asleep, bro. Damn. 120 pip range got people tweaking, I bet. Gold, gold, gold. Where's Dogecoin at? Damn, damn, damn. Damn. I mean, today's session was really like 10 minutes, I think. 5-minute push, another 5-minute push. That was it. 8:30 and 8:35. Let's see, it's been 2 hours though, so there's been like a little break since, right? So like you could still get like 11, 12, 1. I don't know, we'll be here for that, but 10:30 came out. Not much has changed on the range here. Honestly, chat might call it. Maybe I'll give it another 2 minutes, but I think it might be it soon. Until like 10:40. Might be it. Oh no. Let's see. Spreads are getting a little tighter as we speak though. Is Penzo here today? Oh, there he is. I was like, where was Penzo? Your ear still hurting, bro? Where's the Pip? The Pip was here this week, chat, or no? Les Pip, les Pip. Alright guys, I think that is it, man. I don't know, chat. I think that's it. Early day yesterday, early day today. We got something yesterday, but I don't know what this is. This was like a 10-minute session today, you know? We moved for like 10 minutes and then just kind of froze. Again, I think there's been a 2-hour freeze, so there's been a little break period since you had that volatility in the morning. There's still potential for something else coming today, but if there is, I'll see you guys in divs.1 anyways. I'll be on still for a little bit until maybe 12. But yeah, chat. I will see everybody on the YouTube side tomorrow. Okay, guys. Tomorrow, I don't know if we have any red folders, but we got a bunch of orange folders. Core retail sales, food fed manufacturing, retail sales, unemployment claims, all at 8:30 tomorrow. And then President Trump speaks tomorrow night, 9 p.m. And then Friday, you have 2 orange folders to finish off the week. All right, chat. But hey, I'll see you guys then. Okay, 8 a.m. East tomorrow. Divs.1 I'll still be on. So see you guys later. All right, everybody. Have a good day, chat. Don't lose your patience today, man. It's not worth it. This range is actually disgusting. Yep. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace, peace. Peace, peace. Laters.